Are you thinking about moving to Longmont, Colorado and want to learn maybe why you should not go there? Well, that's exactly what this video is for. Let's get started. Hi there, Christy Lee here, and I am a local real estate agent in the state of Colorado, but more importantly, I am a native of Colorado. If you're new to my channel, all of my videos are catered to help you figure out what is the best place for you and your family to move. If that's something that interests you, please click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. Now, as much as I love making these videos for you, I love hearing from you more. So there's my contact information. Please reach out to me anytime so I can help you. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 reasons on why maybe Longmont is not the best place to live. So make sure you do stay till the very last one, because that, in my opinion, is the most important reason on why not to live in Longmont. All right, so the number 10 reason I think Longmont maybe is not going to be the best fit for you is just location. Now, location is going to be north of Denver, about 45 minutes. So depending on where you work or where you like to travel or hang out, that might be kind of far from you. I mean, 45 minutes from Denver is pretty far. That being said, though, it is only about 20 to 25 minutes from Boulder and only about 25 minutes to Fort Collins as well. So again, depending on where you work, or, if you like to go out with your family or friends quite a bit, maybe go to the bar, or maybe, a football game, a basketball game, whatever that might be, just note that Longmont is going to be about 45 minutes from Denver, but closer to Boulder and Fort Collins. Now, number 9 is kind of piggybacking off of the location, is the fact that it doesn't have a light rail system. So if you're somebody who relies on public transportation, it still does have the bus system, and it does, so it's called the RTD, and you still do have the Flatirons Flyer, which will take you in and out of Boulder. So, depending on where you need to commute, if you don't have a car and you do rely on public transportation, just know it's going to be buses. There is not a light rail system that runs up to Longmont as of yet. In fact, the light rail only goes as far north as Thornton, which is still good 30 minutes away from Longmont. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're planning on using public transportation. Now, number 8 is Longmont is losing a lot of its agricultural feel. Now, it used to be very agricultural, and it still is. There's a bunch of farms and open land and stuff like that, but Longmont is growing so rapidly that it actually is being developed very, very quickly. So you're going to see a lot more strip malls, apartment buildings, homes, new home builds are going out like crazy out there. They're trying to fit these everywhere. So if you're somebody who does want more of that open feeling, that open space, a lot of, land or agricultural around you, Longmont, it may or may not be for you depending on which part of Longmont you're going to be living in. And that also goes into number 7 as well, as that because it is growing so quickly, there's a lot more traffic. So the infrastructure within Longmont is lacking, because I don't think that anybody really knew that Longmont was going to become a cool thing, because honestly, it never really was before, up until maybe 10 years ago. So Longmont's become really, really popular, and so a lot of people are moving there, meaning there's a lot of traffic. I-25, where Longmont kind of sits along I-25 and Highway 119 and Highway 66, right there, I mean, it never used to have any traffic at all, and now, honestly, it is packed, like all the time. Getting off of that highway is really, really busy. So just kind of note that driving around Longmont, you're going to have a lot of traffic really no matter where you're at, as well as there is trains that go through the heart of the city. So you will be stopped by trains quite a bit, and it is kind of annoying. So do kind of keep that in mind if you're traveling around, that, there's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of building going on within Longmont. So that may or may not be a good fit for you. So number 6 is that Longmont still is very It looks very industrial in parts of it. There is still like factories and things like that happen within Longmont. So it does still, in my opinion, still feel very industrial. While you still see the mountains and there's parts of it that's absolutely gorgeous. There's, you know, lakes out there, plenty of mountain views out there. There is still parts that, you know, feel very industrial. And I mean, whether or not you like that or not, I personally don't really like that. I'd rather stay away from parts of that, but other people don't mind. So I just want to make sure that you are aware that there definitely is still parts that is very industrial because that's how it started. Now, number 5 is going to be the fact that Longmont is going to be quite a bit farther from major ski resorts. So if you're a skier or snowboarder who actively, you know, goes up to the mountains and you want to hit Breckenridge or Copper Mountain, any of those major ones, Winter Park, all of those are going to be on the west side. Longmont's just going to be a lot farther from you. You can hit Eldora, which is going to be just west of Boulder. That's going to be the closest ski resort for you. But cool thing about Longmont, though, you are super close to Estes Park and Rocky Mountain National Park. So those areas tend to be more summer reasons to go up there. Estes Park does not have a lot to do in the wintertime, and there's definitely no ski resorts out in Estes. But you are going to be closer. So if you're more of a summer person, outdoor person, you know, the fishing, the hiking, the camping, all that good stuff, Longmont's going to be a great bet because you are going to be right there near Estes Park. Now, again, if you are a snowboarder, a skier, anything like that, and you want to hit those major resorts, you're looking at a good 2.5 hours to get up to the mountain, and maybe even sometimes longer, just because we are getting so busy during that time, coming and going up the mountain for, during, you know, winter ski season. So just, you know, make sure you are budgeting or allowing enough time to get up there, or even make sure you have a whole weekend planned instead of going up there just for a day, because honestly, you're going to spend a majority of your time in the car. All right, so the 4th reason on why maybe Longmont might not be a good fit for you is that it is truly becoming very expensive. Now, I mentioned that Longmont used to be not even, I mean, a cool place, at least not in my opinion, and now it truly actually has, and that means that it's becoming more expensive as well to live there. Longmont is in Boulder County, which just naturally is going to be a little bit more expensive than some of the other counties around. The fact that you are so close to Boulder doesn't help that either. So on average, living in Longmont, you could find a house in the high 500s, but those houses are going to be quite a bit older, maybe a little bit more run down. So if you want something a little bit newer or bigger, anything like that, I would say you're going to be mid 600s and up, just living in Longmont. And then kind of going off of that number 3, because of those reasons and because of how quickly Longmont is growing, how expensive it is, you're going to see a lot more homeless people in this area nowadays. And it's very unfortunate. You're going to see a lot more panhandlers at the intersections, things like that, just because honestly, they can't afford it anymore to live in those areas. So just kind of note that as well. I mean, you're going to find that in most cities in general, but Longmont definitely has it. It's very apparent, especially in some of the northern areas of Longmont. You're going to see it a lot more widespread. Number 2 is that there is a lack of nightlife. So if you're somebody who wants to hit the bars and the clubs and go dancing or whatever, Longmont really doesn't have that. Most of their bars, breweries, restaurants do close right around 10 o'clock at night. They do have an awesome main street that has amazing restaurants. There is like a speakeasy. There is like a concert hall, play hall, things like that that might stay open just a little bit longer. But if you want that nightlife that maybe you would get in Boulder, Fort Collins, or Denver, you're just not going to have it, because truly Longmont is going to be more kid or family friendly. If you're somebody who loves like the brunch scene or, you know, a great lunch and then walking around doing shopping, Longmont is going to be great, as well as if you're into the brewery scene. Longmont has amazing breweries, definitely worth the drive on that one, because there's probably 10 just offhand that I could think of within Longmont. So they are definitely known for that kind of stuff, but it's more like during the day things, but nothing at night. All right, and the number 1 reason on why maybe Longmont is not the best fit for you is I really don't know. Like, Longmont truly is growing. It really is a great place to live. And it was really hard for me to come up with 10 reasons on why it wasn't a good place. So, I really think that you should at least consider Longmont as maybe a place to check out. And maybe it is going to be a good fit because it offers a lot of cool stuff. If you're into like the outdoors, if you're into, being close to Boulder, it really is a great place to live. So anyways, those are my top 10 reasons on why maybe Longmont is not a good fit for you. If you would like additional information about Longmont or anywhere else, please reach out to me. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.